Tithing, the way the old covenant did it, is not a New Testament requirement. However, supporting ministers who preach the gospel is a New Testament requirement. When Paul was teaching on giving to ministers, he used the old covenant system as an example. He said, just like the Levitical priesthood would receive money from the tithes and the offerings that came into the temple so they can live, in the same way, Jesus has ordained that those who preach the gospel should live of the gospel. If you receive spiritual insight, teaching from a particular minister of the gospel, you have a requirement to support that minister financially. In the old covenant, that support was called a tithe, and it was 10%, and that's what it had to be. However, under our new covenant, God hasn't given us a specific percentage or amount we have to do. But Jesus has commanded that we should support the people that are teaching us. So although tithing is not a New Testament requirement, supporting ministers who teach you the gospel is a requirement. But the caveat is you determine how much you give to that person. And when you determine how much you give to that person, the law of Luke 6:38 kicks in when Jesus says, when you give, it shall be given to you good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, shall men give into your bosom. So with the same measure you meet again, it should be measured to you, which means that if you give a lot to ministers, there's a financial harvest of a lot coming back to you. But here again, it's not mandatory about what you do, but it is requirement that you should do it.